привет, меня зовут Настя, и мы с вами продолжаем проходить игру Mass Effect. Так, у нас с вами есть парочка заданий, я помню. Так, карта, задачи в ЛА. Так, Nexus, вот. Осмотреть центр управления, давайте. Пробел. Вот, давайте. Куда пиликать? Вот сюда. Пойдем, Кассандра. Так, как там левый Alt, левый Ctrl? Я забыла. Ctrl, Z, Shift, Tab, управление. Где тут оно? Они же учили меня. У меня, как обычно, все. Игра, настройки, управление, назначение клавиш. Прыгнуть, уклонение, ближний бой, взаимодействие. Умение, набор возрождения, установка кобры, сканер. G, господи. Урон на участке был нанесен в результате прямой блокировки, предохранительству в списке работающих здесь указано множествами. Окей. Пойдем дальше. Мышка. Блин, вот вообще... Сколько игра вышла, так как, короче, остались байки, блин. Вот вообще вот весело. Капец. G.
Pathfinder. To cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
А где тут проводку я тебя увижу? А, вон он. Ага. Топ. Шерлок Холмс. Получается, где-то отсюда, что ли? Или отсюда? Вот отсюда, да, он, получается, перенаправил? Вот.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Так, вон последний остался. Простите.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Аж вон там, наверху. Вверху? Или внизу? Наверху, значит. Аж вон отсюда.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
У кого только есть
Any
физическое.
idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Вообще.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Так, ну ладно, давайте тогда поговорить. Ой, красота. Я и забыл, как здесь красиво. Пейзаж все-таки хорошо выглядит. Ключ от игры. Так, это вниз вообще, еще ниже мне надо. Так, что там? Shift, Ctrl. Давай, Ctrl. Молодец. Так, ладно. Так, давайте, где он? Вон он. Ой, это вообще, короче, идти далековато. Так, давайте тогда журналом. Вот это первый убийца. Его пока отследим. Поговорить с убийцей. С охраной тюрьмы. Угу. Давай.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilk and Rensis.
Ah, our murderer.
Я уже забыл, как она выглядит.
Guess she told you her sob story. Nilkan, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Твоя жена говорит,
Your
ты.
wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
А потом его нашли мертвым.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
То есть это было неумышленно?
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
Ну давай, улики, короче, покажут, что
I'll
там.
check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Так, поговорить с Кандресом. Пойдем.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
Убийство.
I spoke
Еще
with
более
Nilken Rensis,
интереснее.
the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last.
Да, я
When
сомневаюсь.
the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial and he was found guilty.
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
И ты ему не веришь?
And you assume he's lying.
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her.
Давай.
And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Ну давай посмотрим.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
Чао, какао.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Если честно, немного странное доказательство, вообще ничего не понятно. Немного ничего не поняла. А может, она на него наговорила, может, она его убила. Детектив
Cassidy
Кассандра.
Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the
Какую
Nilken
кошмарную
murder
у тебя
case.
прическу.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Это странная
Yes.
запись.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Так, давайте. Там были кеты?
Did you see any Ket in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Угу. То есть ты нифига не видела. Так, ты была согласна с Рейнольдсом?
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably
Может,
would have
ты
died.
виновата во всем. Так.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated.
Ну,
Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. but you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Окей, спасибо.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him.
Вот.
Said it was too dangerous.
Так, Тан. Я хотел бы осмотреть место преступления.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Something I can help you with?
I'm looking into the Nilken Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and
И?
retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
А я необычный
First murder in
первопроходец.
Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
Вот. Тело может многое
The
рассказать.
more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I
Я
hope
поняла.
anything you find reaffirms what's been done. But if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it.
Спасибо.
We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Пока.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. I see great things in our future.
Я тоже. Так, ну все, тогда на этом мы закончили с заданиями. Предметы, кодекс. Так, ну тогда пока вот это. Вот так. Идемте. Сберкот, блин, своими стикерами.
Please await further instructions.
Новые стикеры, я поняла. Мгм. Так, значит, идемте. Ой, какое тут красивенько.
Zara Kellis?
Ты арестована.
Yes? I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What?
Что?
No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it.
Давай.
Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Callis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patel's. A third party seems likely.
Restricted access to SAM node.
Looks like someone is using both you and Raj to cover their tracks.
They need pretty high-level access for that. Still, it's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
Я
You
получу
stay
доступ.
put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Нет.
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Я все расследую. Так, мне что тут? Криоотсек. Еще жилые палубы и командный центр. Так, выявлены проблемы доступа к сети, сбиты маркеры, повреждение системы.
This file is useless. Let's check another.
Please await further instructions.
Ну, давай. Ограничение ущерба. Во время нашего часа бунт. Обстановка накалилась очень быстро. Как мы полагаемся, началось со стрельбы на гидропонной ферме и кражи в арсенале. Мотивацией к восстановлению послужили разные факторы. Или слабые попытки. Мне нужно, чтобы мои подопечные занимались защитой станции, а не инвентаризацией. Возможно, Каликс караванец начал мятеж, но Слоун открыто объявил о своих намерениях. Слоун Келли обманул мои ожидания, никаких проблем не возникнет. Отлично, значит, вы не будете против небольшой тайной разведотряда. Чтобы выяснить, куда могла деться Слоун-изгнанники. След остыл. Нашли нечто похожее на заброшенные лагеря в системе Пфайфер. Но живых обитателей там нет, только кладбище. Среди мертвых была конспиратор Рида, но не Слоун Келли.
And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another. This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Somebody working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work.
Давай попробуем.
Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
Сканировать сотрудников безопасности в центре управления. Ну, пойдемте. Джи. Пошли. Может, это ты? А вот ты?
Biometrics do not match.
Хорошо. Блин, вот вообще. Это наш. Понятно. Пойдемте наверх.
Biometrics do not match.
Пойдемте наверх. Не ты. Давайте наверху посмотрим. Так, блин, не ты, не ты. Может, это... Нет, не ты. Сразу вспоминается, знаете, это серия Шерлока Холмса, что там мертвая невеста, по-моему. Ты? Или ты? Ты? А может, я? Блин, просто вот это так подозрительно сидит, что кажется, что это он. Так, ладно. Давайте всех общупывать тогда. Продавец оружия. Пойдемте всех общупывать. Командный центр. Странный командный центр, если честно. Ты что-то ковыряешься. Ты просто так ковыряешься, видимо. Я тут все уже обшлепала.
I'm certain, Professor.
Лем, не лем. Мини-штаб ополчения. Непонятно. Вы знаете, он на двоих навелся и все. Что вообще никак. Может, вниз сгонять? А, вот, точно, назад смотреть надо. Пойдемте на жилую палубу.
Negative match.
Нет совпадения. Нет. Так. Вон.
Scan results show a partial positive. Target is most likely suspect.
Дейл
Dale
Аткинс.
Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
Я так не думаю.
We know what you've been up to. You're done here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing my job, that's all.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers.
Понятно.
My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
Я вам сочувствую, но...
I'm sorry for what happened, but setting explosives isn't the answer.
Neither was sending people into exile because they didn't agree with policy. I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people. Killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Это не от меня зависит.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision? That'll be the day.
Во, перспективность хорошая. Я прям перспективный. Так, теперь. Задания у меня кончились по факту. Приоритетные задачи, вот. Пойдемте. Да, он точно назвал нас, что-то поболтать с ним. Что там? Что у тебя там? Может, ого, это мое? А 3, точно, это мое. А, Нормандия! О, я возьму тебя. Система архивации.
What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
Ну, давайте посмотрим. Зашифрованная запись
That
1.
log is inaccessible at this time.
Да.
That log is inaccessible at this time.
3.
That log is inaccessible at this
Точнее,
time.
4. 3.
That log is inaccessible at this time.
1. Так, давайте отбыть из Млечного Пути.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, and then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man.
О, Ляра?
Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back. She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research.
Ну, я смотрю, она так и
Could be
не
useful in
поехала.
Andromeda.
Liara Tassoni, huh? She
О,
studied the
Британия,
Protheans.
точно.
When my team used to dig up artifacts, we debate her work.
Чего мы
She had some pretty controversial theories, as I recall. Never gained much traction.
I have loaded Dr. Tassoni's
Спасибо.
research onto datapads.
Так, давай.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me.
О,
Most
Лярочка.
scientists dismiss my work, but I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older. So we will see who has the final word. In the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful.
Так. 1.
Hello, Alec. I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
И тебе удачи. Другие темы. Последняя запись.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Scott. Dr. Tapero says he'll be fine, but he's my son. How can I not worry? I hate to leave him like this.
Чё?
Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
Ну все понятно. Так, ладно. А, кофемашина.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. Needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like.
Так, пойдемте к Сэму тогда.
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Спасибо.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Почему такой секретный?
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Чтобы никого не было.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a
Ну, вообще,
symbiotic
да.
relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
But the human's still in charge, right?
Of course, I was never
Ну вот,
intended to
отлично.
supplant the Pathfinder, only to support and enhance your
Не,
abilities.
мало ли, а то страшно станет.
Good to hear. So what's the plan?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters.
Ну, я только там была.
In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Так, солдат, инженер. Вот, смотрите, у меня такой значочек был. Так, Y.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were
Помню,
an
как она
advanced
брала
race
интервью
that
Шепард
flourished in the
после
Milky Way
этого,
about
чтобы оставить
50,000 years
воспоминания о
ago,
ней.
then went extinct. even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
Книги.
Printed books?
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were pathfinders too.
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population.
Будет у
This
тебя
raises the
протанин.
question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilization spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
Так, ладно, идемте. Пусти.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay, something new every day. Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
А это кто такой?
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing
Где-то
the world
никогда не
together,
желали всем
benefits
зла.
both. There's no creator to revolt against.
В итоге-то они
I'm
объединились
sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your
вариантами.
work, but your request will be denied.
Я их объединила.
Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Wow, hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
It's how Dad was wired. He didn't like to lose. In any situation.
It would seem that included me.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too
Ну,
much.
логично, после
After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Что там, брат мой?
Do you know anything more about Scott's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing Scott with the very best care possible. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
Ну, так чё уж, пойдем.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Тайны семьи Райтеров.
Your father's personal logs.
от болезни или...
Amazing how life can change in an instant. Suddenly my career doesn't matter. This incredible woman I've been married to all these years. She's facing the end. All I think about are the times I wasn't there for her. Well, that's going to change. It occurs to me that Sam might be more than I ever imagined.
Ну, все. Так, ладно, семья райдеров подождет. Теперь нам нужно другое. Пропавшие ковчеги. Такие. Ну, давайте на свой корабль уже. Сразу с кем мутить там можно? Кто самый симпатичный? Дайте мне красавчиков. Согласна ли инопланетян симпатичных? С тобой не хочу.
Ready to see what Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation.
Со всеми поговорим
But
там
at
и
least
будем
we'll be
заканчивать.
doing it in
Посмотрим, что
style.
там. Покажите мой кораблик.
They call her the Tempest.
Буря. Вай, красивая, красивая.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late. So you're the one who's making everything happen.
С тобой тоже можно учить, да?
Veteran X. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between.
Тоже не хочу.
Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
Вообще.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
What's the rush?
Just don't want to waste any more time.
Hold it, hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it. Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest's supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Конечно.
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
Логично. С таким-то лицом.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Thank goodness. For a sec I thought I was going to have to deal with Addison again.
And no one wants that. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Давайте посмотрим, что за корабль внутри. А, я вспомнила, мне погладить сегодня надо. Блин. Мысли вслух. Там столько глажки. Жесть.
Everything state of the art. Labs, sensors,
О,
exploration gear.
Азари.
Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Ah, glad to see you looking well.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
Спасибо,
All run by
Суви.
Suvi Anwar, our science officer.
Привет, Суви.
Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
It's really going to be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
Конечно. Лицо попроще, Райдер, пожалуйста. Ты улыбаешься сквозь боль, мне кажется. Потом явимся на мостик.
Better head to the bridge when we're ready to go.
The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table, or just get the crew together. We call this the research room. You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here.
Задание.
Check this toy.
О, Лем, привет.
Seems like we're forever racing, but there's always time to check out new toys. Useful ones.
У вас есть бар. Я помню, у нас на Нормандии был бар. Третий-то.
Especially if you grabbed anything from Habitat 7. Raw minerals, tech, doesn't matter. The research station will strip that stuff down, give you options.
We can craft our way through. Turn the junk we find into an advantage.
Hey, with tech like this, it won't be junk for long. Not after we're through. If the best we get is what we make, still the best. Check it out.
Выберите исследование, чтобы открыть новые чертежи, усиление при помощи добытых научных данных. Исследование, разработку. Оружие, броня. Понятно. А как вот его? Почему-то не дают требования. Понятно. Ясно. Так, давай посмотрим, что тут. Что это?
Our tech lab is an engineer's dream. It's perfect for any delicate technical work.
Понятно, какой наш инженер, а смотрю, пока нет. Здесь что-то лаборатория какая-то.
That's the biolab. We can grow plants for food and oxygen, keep any specimen safe.
Так, ладно.
Hey.
Хай. Хай. Ну, блин, Райдер, давай. Как ты долго спускаешься? Так, что тут? Так.
Most of the crew bunks in here. Cozy, huh? But your room's got more of a view.
Может мне кто-нибудь диван передвинуть? Не прямо сейчас, но список я уже составляю. Лучше, если вы биотик или тягаете железо. Плачу пивом или что там еще есть? Комментарий. Это серьезно, Суви? Я не шучу, когда дело касается удобного сидения. Ага. Ну, в принципе, вон им посидеть есть где. Это что, моё?
These are the Pathfinder's quarters. Your quarters. Sam's router is down there too.
Смотрите, особая доставка. Кому? Райдер от Герика. Первопроходец. Я очень рад был встретиться с вами. Может, вы, как наш коллега, поможете нам с экспериментом? Здесь, на Нексусе, есть один интересный малый, юный пыжак, которым люди иногда зовут космической обезьяной. Он используется в эксперименте по влиянию жизни на корабле на различные живые организмы. Надеемся, что вы сможете взять его на борт Бури. Забрать его можно из общественной зоны Нексуса в любое удобное время. Не волнуйтесь, он весьма дружелюбный. Правила его содержания очень просты. Не кормить после 23:59, не купать в ванне, не мыть по душам. Пожалуйста, не подвергайте ему долгого воздействия солнечной радиации. Мне это чем-то напоминает этих гремлинов. Интервью. Я снимаю фильм, мне нужна помощь с последним проектом. Он будет настоящим историческим событием. Можем встретиться на Нексусе. Давай. Сэм.
Verifying my connection from Hyperion to the Tempest. The Nexus confirms we're free to depart.
Так, где моя одежда? Вот она. Давайте повседневная. А куртка? Толстовка. Атлет. Давайте атлет. Куртка. Мне толстовка нравится. Да нет, так симпатичнее. Прикольная такая толстовочка, клёвая, мне нравится. Так, сейчас я хотела задание тогда взять этого. Союзники значения. То. Мартышку надо взять. Тут что? Тебе нужно, чтобы старик на пару сотен лет моложе говорил тебе, что ты готова, но я все же скажу, потому что это правда. Каждый из нас бережет своего райдера, Гарри. Привет, Лекси.
Excuse me. I need to make sure we have everyone's medical files from the Nexus. Come by after launch.
Ты похожа на... Ты местный доктор, как ее? О, Чатни. Чапни? Чапни? Чатни. Не помню как. Доктор Чакни. Чатни. Помните доктора классно?
Securing cargo and checking everything made it on board. The bridge report's ready.
Часки. Как доктора звали? Доктор. Ну, в общем, доктор классная была. Мне она нравилась. Я ее когда забрала, такая, господи, спасибо тебе, что ты взяла меня. Доктор Чавес. Во! Кора.
Finalizing orders, flight plan, command access. Ready when you are.
Выпустите. Так, пойдем наверх тогда. Ну, кстати, он поменьше, чем Нормандия. Я бы сказала, в Нормандии там типа уровни были. Я на лифте ездила каждый раз.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control. Time for introductions.
Местный пилот.
Ryder, Galojav. A pleasure to be here.
Где
And
Джойки?
to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
I'm new to this. Being a Pathfinder, running a
Ты,
ship.
если что, поможешь.
You'll be fine. As for the ship, I can help. I knew the Tempest when she was a blueprint.
Отлично.
I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how
Давай
she performs
попозже,
out here.
пока не будем запускать ее.
So, how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything. Very efficient.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Everything's secure, if you're ready.
Не, пока
Is
еще.
anyone ready for something this big?
Давайте.
We signed on for the big stuff when we came to Andromeda.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours. Unless you've got something to say for the log.
Да пошло оно все. Давайте думать, на нас рассчитывать на...
We were all expecting a golden world. Now there's just a long road ahead. But hold on to that dream. It might see us through.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest, ident 2527, prepping to depart.
Я сейчас обратно вернусь, если что. Я забыла обезьянку этого интервьюера. Все таки, что-то забыли, обратно возвращаемся.
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder.
Спасибо. А можно назад, пожалуйста? Я немножечко протупила. Спасибо. Да.
Two failed outposts put an end to that idea.
Maybe we can turn things around.
Фейсинг. У меня как бы парочка заданий тут осталось. Да, спасибо. Хорошо дома в выходные. Кошечка под боком. Так. Та-та-ра-та-та. Сражаться на... Нет, мне не та задание нужно. Ты мне не то тыркнул. Где мартышка? Так, задачи. Nexus. Первый убийца. Вот. Что такое Керри?
Ryder, isn't it? Kerry Devessa, freelance vidmaker. This is
точно,
my
ты
producer. I could use your help.
What are you looking
for?
for?
Тебе надо?
Director Tans asked for an uplifting documentary on the initiative. Translation: paint rainbows over our problems. But our problems are history. People deserve the truth, not propaganda.
Nice to see someone so devoted to her work.
That's kind. Sometimes the camera makes people shy away from me.
That's a shame.
So that's what I need. The truth, I mean. Someone needs to record the history we're making.
Это очень благородно.
It takes integrity to record the truth and nothing but.
Well, I do my best. And you could help me out.
Конечно.
The heart of my documentary will be an interview series. I was hoping you'd take part.
С радостью.
I want the dirt and blood of our story, not the convenient fairy tale Tan's looking for. Interested?
Конечно.
Okay. Interview away.
Let's start at home. 14 months and the Nexus still isn't finished. Arcs are missing, we have people in exile. By any standard, this wasn't the plan. Our leadership describes these as anticipated issues.
Мне кажется, это всё
Would you agree?
We still have to fix them. Everyone, leaders included, needs to pitch in. Let's be honest about these challenges and how we're going to face them.
Nice. Won't make you popular with the leaders, but it's good to hear. Bandwidth means I'm transmitting in short bursts, so that's all for now. But you can bet I'll have more questions later. This was more fun than I expected. You were great. I'll get to work editing.
Дайте мне обезьяну уже забрать. Я застрял.
Hey, here we are, one young piejack. Ready to see Andromeda, huh? Sam, can you send a note to Kesh? Make sure our new friend gets delivered to the Tempest.
Acknowledged.
Так, Тут у тебя есть сокол и шум. А подожди, стой. Чем-нибудь интересненькое? Минералы, утиль. Ничего-нибудь. Что-то интересное. А, подождите, модель Нексуса. У меня кредитов 100 капец. Давай, я куплю его. Да, я его купила. Деньги есть?
Hey there. Just use the console to have a...
Да, я понял.
Hope you find something you like.
Что с ценами-то?
Ouch. Why am I paying for...
I thought I'd love to...
А, я не купила его. Да. Что идем навестим пожака в буре? Ну, давай внутри. Так, где пожак?
Ryder, Vetra wanted you to check in when you can.
Хорошо. Сейчас я со всеми поговорю, не переживайте.
Ryder, when you've got a minute,
О,
stop by the
господи, началось.
Whoops. Looks like our Pyjack friend got out of his cage. He'll be fine, won't he? The exercise will probably do him good.
Так, кому что со мной надо поговорить, пока я тут? А то я так не успею. Так, кому? Келл.
haven't really spoken since orientation.
Господи, память со всеми говорим.
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our
Нет,
vector?
конечно.
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
You mentioned something about helping design the Tempest.
Test pilot, mostly. Plunging through the Nemean abyss was almost a preparation for the Scourge. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
I like the Tempest, but I'm not sure I'd travel between galaxies for her.
Ну, блин, я
The
не
unknown
пилот.
frontier had its charms, too. It's just strange not having the rest of the design team. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh,
Ну
yes.
да, вот именно.
Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Did you hear anything about the Ark back on the Nexus?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? You'd think there'd be something. Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
Так, продолжаем.
Don't sweat it. We'll bring the Solarians home.
Of course we will. I just have to be patient, that's all. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by any time.
Конечно, Тан, не переживай, что там с тобой
What
еще
can I
говорить
do for
надо.
you?
Ну, нет, так
I'll
нет.
let you concentrate.
You
А
know
нет,
where
давай
I'll
еще
be.
поговорим. Стой, давай.
What can I do for you?
Давай, что еще?
If you helped to build the Tempest, you must know plenty about her.
Just about everything. By memory. It was quite the effort to get her working. The initiative needed absolutely up-to-date technology, which we all had to coordinate, and some of it was rather tricky to acquire.
Acquire?
Buy. Legally and above board, of course. Yes. Sadly, the other Pathfinder vessels were lost when the Scourge hit the Nexus. The Tempest is truly unique.
You know, I haven't actually met many Solarians.
Careful. Depending who you ask. We're conniving spies,
О,
genius
кстати,
researchers,
да.
or meddling
Ой, вот
scientists.
со
We have to
злокозненными
pack a lot
учеными я
of living in the
согласна.
40-odd years. Everything gets accelerated. Lines blur. I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here.
Tell me something else about the ship.
Her engine's based on the Ark's Odyssey drive, which got us through dark space. The core takes the static electricity it generates and stores it in capacitors. We basically make our own power supply. It took Serena and Tion weeks to get it working on a smaller ship. And a few electrical shocks.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Давай дальше. Суви. Что? Почтовый терминал. Так, я завершила анализ ранений, полученных жилищ 7 во время падения на 2 падений, включая повреждение лица, разбитым шлем. Разрывы скальпа заживают неплохо, если есть желание проследить за процессом заживления в медотсеке Буря. Установлен комплекс восстановления внешности. Изучение опасных планет не проходит бесследно. Комплекс может внести любые изменения в вашу внешность быстро и безопасно. Нифига, я могу внешность менять.
Ah, Pathfinder. It's so wonderful to meet you.
Hi,
I'm Dr.
Suvi.
Suvi Anwar, assigned to act as liaison between your crew and the Nexus Science team.
Welcome to my team. I look forward to working with you.
Likewise. I can't wait to get to work. There hasn't been much to do so far, unfortunately. I've studied all the planetary scans.
Господи, какая ты старая.
Experience with Helios soil samples.
Что-то
If
не
you
помню,
want,
кто из
I'll send you my
персонажей.
analysis on the native bacteria and microfauna. 60 pages.
That's a lot of pages. About dirt.
Oh, you don't have to be kind. I know it's barely more than a summary. Anyway, I've waited months to get out there to see Helios. It's why I joined the initiative. The Milky Way was just a corner of a vast universe, a corner of a tiny corner. We're the ones who got to step out of that corner. It's incredible.
First time I handled a Prothean artifact, I was hooked. It was so alien. I just knew there's more out there, and I want to see all of it.
I totally know what you mean.
So will you be joining us on missions?
Oh, that's funny. Me, out there, with the guns and the danger and everything.
Не могу показать, а чё смешно? Не хочешь совсем?
But don't you want to experience everything firsthand? I know I'd want to.
Oh, absolutely. But I know my strengths. Trust me, I'm far more useful to you in the laboratory.
Ну как
Anyway,
скажешь.
I've just received some instructions from the science team, and I really should go over them. Later then.
Чао. Так, ладно, пойдемте с другим пока. Станция снаряжения у меня тут. Резотрон. Давайте вот это. Давай дробовик, я не... Так, стой. %10 за опыта столкновения. Прикольное такое. Плюс 15 и повышение опыта, плюс 5 урон за оружие. В принципе, вот так вот и пойдем. Что тут? Ага, это на этом спускаемся, понятно. Идемте дальше. Так, пойдемте вниз. Так, у меня тут в комнате что-нибудь есть?
Hello, Ryder. It is interesting to be renewed.
How do you mean?
Since my creation, I have been Alec Ryder's Sam. Now, I am your Sam. I am still myself, but now the input and experiences I have are completely new. I will develop in a new direction. The term reincarnation seems appropriate.
Are you okay with changing who you're becoming?
I cannot know until I see the result. I look forward to our continued
Я
partnership.
тоже.
What was Dad's take on Scott and I?
He believed your family trials brought you closer together, and hoped that would endure. It appears that hope was well-founded.
So if we're going to work together, you might notice I like to joke around sometimes, lighten things up. How's your sense of humor, Sam?
Alec Ryder encouraged me to develop this skill.
Humor's not a skill, it's... Okay, try telling me a joke.
A neutron enters a bar and asks, "How much is a drink?" The bartender replies, "For you, no charge."
I can see why Dad told you to keep working on your humor.
Странный юмор.
Is it confusing to be in multiple places talking to different people?
My awareness can be partitioned, so I can give you the same attention as, say, a SAM node technician. In the field, you are my primary focus, and all other requests are queued. In the vernacular, you have my undivided attention.
Sam, any more information on the memory trigger we found?
The memory blocks are still in place. If you continue searching for more triggers, they may unlock.
Понятно.
Are you still on the Hyperion?
I
Я
can maintain
везде.
a presence on the Tempest via quantum entanglement
Ничего неудобно.
communication.
I'm sure that'll come in handy.
It ensures I remain in touch with you and the Pathfinder team at all times.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Мне больше ничего. Моя статья доктор, дорогая Райдер, я прилагаю к письму свою статью о почве Хлея на случай, если ты хочешь, почитай перед сном что-нибудь легкое. Опять повтори, для меня это такая честь быть здесь, Суви. Переложенный файл почвы деления Лейс Анвар был опознан как спам, теперь находится в кране. Замечательно. Я очень рада, что он там находится. Я его читать не собираюсь, если честно. Так, ладно, что тут? О, кухонька. Замечательно. Это ванна. Никто не моется. Я могу такая в туалет сходить. Для двоих, если что, душ. А почему у меня душа нет? Прошу всех прощения, забыл, что мы делаем это по очереди. Половина пайков еще не распакована. Я тебя прикрою, Кэлла. В камбузе есть суп и фруктовый коктейль. Подумай только, ведь мы могли вылететь из порта без тебя. Из порта, сорян.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years in the Hyperion looking after your brother.
Happy to have you, Dr. DePero.
I'll do my best. Now, hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
I couldn't be in better
Всё будет
hands.
хорошо.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here...
what?
A Ket corpse.
Отлично.
For autopsy. A live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the cat?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
That's a very specific topic.
Я не буду с тобой налаживать такие отношения любовные. Можно мне нормально? Мне это не нравится.
But we were discussing the cat. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats her vegetables.
Так, отлично, к доктору сходили. Жилой отсек. Что у нас тут еще? Кухня, туалет. Давайте наверх. Люблю худи тоже, такие толстовочки клевенькие. Так, идемте назад. Где мой пужа?
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Ну, она должна была стать этим.
Your biotics always do that when you're maybe stressed?
I got it. I'm good.
Она хотела стать
I
исследователем.
don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one, before the initiative. Some things stick, though. Like losing the old man.
How does a human soldier get to serve with Asari?
Prove your biotics can rip an APC apart, and people get nervous. Funny that. The Alliance found me a cross-species military initiative in a hurry. Sent me to Thessia to serve with the Huntress unit. One of the few places where my powers were welcomed. Your father made another one.
You were his second in command. Were you friends too?
He was more a mentor than a friend. Prickly old bastard. But I respected that. People treat geniuses like they're made of cut glass. I didn't care how smart he was. I think he liked someone not caring.
I know it's not the same, but I'm a good listener.
I hope you're as good at being Pathfinder. I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you? An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
Ну, зачем ты здесь?
So what brought you out to Andromeda?
Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress.
Ой, простите.
I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job, see if there's any
У меня базилик растет дома.
If
Так
they made
что
it,
меня
we could
тоже
use some Asari
успокаивает.
expertise.
За 50 рублей
If you
фикс
wanna
по райсе
talk,
взяла
I'll be
базилик.
here.
Мне сказали, прежде чем покупать цветочки, вырасти базилик. Так что, если я выращу базилик, то я хочу себе цветочки. Вот она, знаете, старость, когда тебе исполняется, извините, мне 27 лет. Ты такой, о, цветочки, я чувствую, я на своем месте. Вот это все приходит с возрастом. Хотя по мозгам такое чувство, что мне 20 до сих пор. Так. Что за задание? Я не хочу... Не, не хочу. Это же посетить, что-то там делать. Это фигня. Давайте наверх сгоняем. Я с Кандросом с этим не буду говорить. Так, сейчас я задание быстро приоритетные не хочу. Союзники отношений у нас пока нет. Вот, да, пропавшие ковчеги, я думаю, пока займемся. Там мне не с кем говорить, Витко.
Hello again, Ryder. Taking an interest in my strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best. I have
Нет, не хочу, спасибо.
I can give you authority
О,
to
ты так мило, ты мне доверяешь командование, не хочу. Спасибо. Там посети, я не хочу. Я ленивая. Ну, я же говорю, там посети.
Hey, I'm in storage if you need me.
О, да что ж вам всем не имется? Что случилось?
Pathfinder making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, this is the most important part of the ship.
Whoa, don't tell me they put someone smart in charge for a change. I am at your command.
Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
Противные.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
Seems like life back there was pretty bleak.
Not gonna lie, it sucked. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties. No real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
Я не просто
Happy to be of service. I think you'll see that showing up is only one of my many talents.
Oh yeah? You're not hitting on me, are you?
Thought I was. Is it not one of my many talents?
I'm just not susceptible, if you know what I mean.
Понятно.
Liam's more my speed. Well, if he wasn't such a
Ясно,
tool.
ты
Got it.
понял.
Sorry.
No sweat at all. You just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and
Deal.
Было немножечко неудобно. Я-то думала. Хорошо. То, блин, с этим поаккуратнее надо быть, ясно. Так, а кто здесь, ну, как бы... В чем я в вкусе-то хоть буду?
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omni blade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
Someone brought this to Andromeda?
It was new when we left. It's been a hard year. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few
Ну, вот это посимпатичнее уже.
Think about your Alliance days much?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy urban search terrain 1? Yeah. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1.
Вот молоко пьешь.
Hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded.
Ты уверен, что ты пьешь пиво?
Just thinking about those days.
I wanted exploration, to chase the cutting edge of Prothean research. I thought I'd found my calling. Seems like a long time ago.
600 years, give or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
I'm looking for moments like this with people like you.
You don't know me yet. Still an answer, though. Something far from home. I get it.
Back at you, Costa. Why do you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story.
Mm-hmm.
But it's bullshit. I had family, friends, a good enough job. Nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
Нам
If it all
нелегко,
goes
между
wrong,
прочим, реально
I feel like we
придется.
left for no reason.
I know why I'm here. A bad start can't change that. I won't let it. In crisis response, I'd focus on essentials. That's you and this team. Pathfinder leads to planets, leads to people. You've got your part covered. You've got this. I'll do my damnedest to help with the rest.
Так, все. У нас есть диван. Уже радостно. Так, кто еще со мной хочет поговорить? Вот это ветра.
Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Let me guess.
Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
Ну, объяснение, да, не помешали.
Now's as good a time as any.
I think... No. I know that I can be of use here. I know everyone on the crew. Even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
Так, нам нужны работники.
Ability to haggle with the locals? Great. But please tell me you're also good in a fight.
Like I said before, Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. I do what I have to. We all have a personal stake in this. If it keeps going the way it's been, we're all dead. I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later?
Так, вроде все, да?
I always have time for you.
Так, ладно, давайте вот
You know
на
where to
этом
find me.
посмотрим. Вроде я со всеми закончила разговаривать. Просто это трэшище какой-то, конечно. Господи, кто-то... Что тут еще? Так, ну и слава богу, все. Так, надеюсь, вам понравилось. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на мой канал. В следующей серии уже с вами начнем заниматься делами. Надеюсь, вам понравилось. Всем спасибо. Всем пока.